इन राइट नाउ तो आई फील लाइक कि मैं 2-3 जोक क्रैक करके जा सकता हूँ यहाँ से. मुझे बहुत No, but when I got to know about this, I know Shivani for a long time, and when she asked me to come here, I was like, I don't really have a rags to riches story. I don't. I mean, I'm from Bombay. I've grown up here. I'm from a fairly decently well-to-do Marwadi business family, so I didn't really have to struggle. Normally, how actors have a big struggling story, that I didn't really sleep on the platform, or I didn't really have to do any of those things. But yeah, the struggle was that when you come from a business family, you're expected to carry on with the family business. यही उम्मीद मुझसे की गई थी कि हम एक मारवाड़ी बिजनेस चलाते हैं और हमारा खानदान ये करता है, तो आप भी हमारे खानदान को और आगे बढ़ाएंगे. We are 3 sons. My father has, and I have 2 brothers. And somehow, as of today, none of us work with my dad, although my dad still, he's a 70-year-old man doing his own business, carrying on with his work, very happy with what he's doing. One thing that probably I've learned from my father is the passion towards what you do. And as I was growing up, I was in a school called Don Bosco in Matunga, and I used to live in Bandra at that point of time. So I believe I was an actor from the very beginning. I didn't really understand anything else. I was on stage in any given function of my college, school life. If there is an annual day or there is a teacher's day, children's day, whichever day, if there is a stage, then I'm on stage doing something. I love to dance, I love to act. I was in the dramatics team, this team, representing my school here and there. I was in NM, the college. I was representing NM in all kinds of competitions. So this was my passion. This is what I wanted to do. Although till date, and Mansi also knows that, I've known Mansi from my college days. I started doing a professional play with her. I was an introvert. I still am. I can't go out there and tell someone, listen, I do this pretty well. So even asking for work was not something that I could openly say. So I was a very shy person, but I really liked doing what I did. So the only thing that I had on my side was the passion towards what I wanted to do. And I was extremely hardworking. At that point of time also, there was a time when my father introduced me to one dance director in films, one person called P.L. Raj, who's no more. But in those days, he was a big choreographer in films. And my father used to go to this club called the Sea Rock Hotel. He used to go to the club there, and he met this man there, and he said, my son loves dancing, he loves acting, can you help him out with? And I was in the 6th or 7th standard. At that point of time, this guy said, yeah, I'll teach him how to dance, some basic Bollywood moves. And I was very kicked. I was like, oh, this man works with Bollywood actors and he will work with me. That's so exciting. So when I was told, I said, I go to school in the morning at 9 o'clock. My school is in Matunga. So he said, oh son, I live in Mahim, तो तुम मेरे घर आ जाओ. I said, ठीक है सर, तो मैं स्कूल जाने से पहले आपके घर आ जाऊँगा. So he said, हाँ तो you'll reach 5:30 तक आ जाओ. I said, what? सुबह 5:30 बजे 5:30 in the morning कौन क्लासेस के लिए जाता है? I said, सर थोड़ा और लेट नहीं आ सकते, मतलब my school is at 9. I said, no, but I start my day early. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I do this and I do that. I said, chalo, I was so kicked about the idea that, listen, I have to do this. If I don't do this, then my life would probably be incomplete. And I thought that, oh, this man sometimes goes and teaches Amitabh Bachchan dance steps. Yeah, the same man will teach me. So he was so cool. So I actually started doing this. Now at 4:30 in the morning, I used to wake up. Be ready in my house at 5 o'clock. I used to live in Bandra. Now catch a bus in the morning at 5 a.m. Andhera, it's dark, there's nobody there, standing at a bus stop alone. I was scared. I was like 7th or 8th standard. Oh. So I was like, no, but I did that. I used to reach his place at 5:30 in the morning. He used to meet me at a garden outside Mahim, Bombay Scottish ke samne there is a garden. He used to meet me there. Ke, now you jog here. First you start physical training, and so I started doing all that. Then we used to go to his house. I learned Kathak. I used to wear ghungroos. I said, can we do this without wearing ghungroos? He said, no, that it doesn't work like that. I said, cool, chalo, whatever. So I used to wear ghungroos and I started dancing. But I was so passionate about doing what I was doing. I loved it. And I loved it so much where this whole 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning didn't really matter. Beyond the point of time, I used to do this 3 days in a week. And I used to love it. And I continued doing this for about a year, which we managed, and then, you know, apart from Kathak, I learned little bit of Bollywood, the regular dancing stuff. So anyways, that went on for a while. I entered college, I was in NM. When I entered NM, I was like, who else was from NM who was an actor? So you get to know, oh, then Amir Khan was from my college, Paresh Rawal was from my college. Oh, I said, oh, that's cool. So I think, you know, this is the way to go. So I started doing theatre, I started doing plays, and nobody in the family is from this fraternity, you know. So it's a little, as in you don't know which way, what is the direction, what do you do, what line do you take. So I did whatever I could. I said कि हर जगह दिख जाओ बस, हर competition में दिख जाओ, हर जगह अपनी शक्ल दिखा दो. Probably someone will realize that there is an actor, this guy can do something. He'll probably offer me something somewhere. And that's exactly what I did. I just kept doing. I used to do all plays, all competitions. I mean, I've represented my college in so many things. Sometimes they used to really fall short of people, and they told me कि भाई रंगोली के लिए पार्टिसिपेंट नहीं है, तुम जाके रंगोली बना दोगे. I said चलो ठीक है, मैं जा ही रहा हूँ, मल्हार के लिए जा रहा हूँ, मैं जेवियर्स तक जा ही रहा हूँ, आपके लिए रंगोली भी बना दूंगा, मेरा क्या है. So I've really participated in everything. Okay, apart from acting, dancing, anything else that was offered to me, I participated. I tried my level best to do whatever. But then I was in college. I managed to kind of. I used to do a lot of plays. Mansi's brother Sharman was also in the Sharman Joshi was in the same college. I've done plays with him. He was a proper, you know, theatre experienced, and I was also quite delighted that listen, I am getting somewhere, मतलब at least theatre experienced people के साथ मैं भी काम कर रहा हूँ. Slowly I kept doing whatever I had to do, and then these मतलब if today you go and see the college level theatre is pretty good. Okay, here NM, Metibai, a lot of other colleges, a lot of actors come from these colleges also, and I guess a lot of producers, directors, if you want new talent, it comes from these colleges, and I guess that's the way it happened for me. There is a person called Feroz Khan who makes plays, and I did my first professional play called All the Best, which happened when I was 19 years old, and I was in college, and I was really looking forward to doing this. In this whole process, my father never objected to the idea of becoming an actor, but he was very clear that you come from a business background, so you do, this is your hobby, but then coming to office is what is, you know, the main part of a Marwadi boy's life. You do that. So when I was pretty young, I think I was 18 or something, then I started going to my dad's office also. I was only worried कि कहीं मेरे डैड ये ना कह दें कि अगर तुम ऑफिस नहीं आओगे तो तुम ये भी नहीं करोगे. So I thought I have to balance it. थोड़ा ऑफिस में ऐसे शक्ल दिखाते रहो, बैठो, open few files and say, oh ये क्या है, वो क्या है, and that's it. So you kind of done with your job. At least you show your face. So I kept doing that for a while. I used to be here, be there. Then I started doing this play. My father was very happy that, oh, then, you know, the play is traveling abroad and it's taking you to US to do shows, then you're going to London to do shows. At that point of time, I hadn't traveled anywhere. I mean, I had been nowhere, and this play was the first thing that actually made me travel. So my father was like, oh, not bad, yeah, you're doing something in life. Matlab, it's free, तुमको free में लेके जाएंगे. ऐसे ना, free में. Flight free, उधर खाना पीना, हाँ, free. रहना free. So like, oh, not bad, yeah, this is pretty cool. So that was the beginning, and my father also, obviously, because you don't know nothing about this profession, no? So you find it very amusing that, oh, people are paying for everything that you're doing. I said, yeah, they are paying. So I was like, oh, pretty cool. So when you go to the theatre, you perform, people are paying to watch you also. I was like, yeah, man, people are paying to watch me. So like, oh, yes. So my father was pretty impressed. But anyways, his whole thing of, but office. I said, yeah, no, office. So I kept doing this office thing also for the longest time. But then after doing this play, after doing the play also, which kind of, I think we did 400 shows and we traveled all over the world doing shows of the play. Till now, this whole Marwadi office thing was not really getting out of the picture. Then my father insisted कि देखो हमारे खानदान में एक चीज़ ज़रूरी है that you do your post graduation. It's very important. So I finished my BCom from NM, and then I had to do post graduation because my father insisted. And again, my thought was the same thing, that if I say no, then he might say no, then office, then only office. So I said, चलो, then let's do post graduation. थोड़ा time pass हो जाएगा. At least 2-3 years और गुजर जाएंगे ये करते करते. So I did my post graduation also. I went to this college called Chetna in Bandra, and I did a 2-year full-time course. So I'm an MBA also. Today, a lot of people tell me that, oh, you wasted a seat. You know, क्या किया इतनी पढ़ाई करके. But yeah, I did my MBA. And then I was again, you know, then dad said office. I said, okay, fine, I'll come to the office. Tell me something. Can I do something on my own in your office? He is a financial consultant, and finances, don't understand shit of finance. Yeah. So again, account books, ये वो मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. तो I said कि I'll do a little bit of events work or something related to entertainment. He said, yeah, go ahead, do your own thing, but office you have to come. I said, yeah, I'll come. I'll see your thing also. So I used to do some time pass here and there, and then I started doing. But then luckily, yeah, I mean, as I said, I think I was a decent actor when I was in college also, but it's just that I just wasn't able to go to someone and say, I want work, I want to do this. I was a very shy guy. So somewhere down the line, then I got my first TV show. It was a show called Hatim. That also I got when I got married in 2002, and I did my first TV show in 2003. So it took a lot of time. When I got married also, my wife had no idea about this acting profession. Till now it was like those biodata जो जाते हैं कि ये hobby वो hobby के अंदर acting लिखा हुआ था, but that's about it. You come from this Marwadi business family where your hobby is acting. How जैसे लड़कियों के बायोडेटा में हमेशा लिखा होता है ड्राइविंग, बताने के लिए कि हमारे पास गाड़ी है. नहीं. But yeah, it's like a weird hobby. What is hobby? Driving. They always write driving. It's anyway. So I got married in 2002. In 2003, I got offered this TV show called Hatim, which we used to shoot in Baroda. And there was a friend of mine, I don't know if Shivani knows, Shakti Sagar, who's a great friend of mine, and they were producing the show. And he said, we'll shoot in Baroda. I said, oh, how cool. Is Baroda nice? I've never been to Baroda. So, it's cool, it's nice. We have a swimming pool and all, and we have rooms to stay on. I said, so we hang out, as in my friend also hangs out with me, and we all go to Baroda, and we shoot also, and there is a pool also. So we wrap up shooting, we go for swimming, and so we chill. So he said, yeah, man, we chill. I said, oh, this is so cool. And again, you pay me for that? Normally, I used to pay a hotel to give me all those. I said, oh, that's nice, yeah. You'll give me money also, you give me all this also. Ah, cool. So that's how it started. And I mean, I can't even reveal. I started working on really little money, because at that point of time, money didn't really matter only. It was like someone is taking me away from office, and someone is giving me food and shelter, and someone is. So I was like, this is so cool. And he's also giving me a swimming pool. So I was like, I was all set. This is what I wanted to do. So, well, I went to Baroda, and I used to shoot about 20 days in Baroda, live in Bombay for 10 days, and 20 days in a month I was in Baroda. So, I did that for a year, and those 10 days when I was here, I was in office. But yet, my father understood that. And then when the show started coming on TV, it got appreciation. People said, oh, nice, this guy's good, this actor's nice. So, my dad was like, yeah, ठीक है, not bad, at least कुछ तो है अलग, जो how everyone, when people, his colleagues, his friends started mentioning, oh, saw your son there. So like my dad was like, not bad, this is not a bad profession to be in. So as far as you are okay, you're happy. He used to keep asking me this question, that you're happy. I said, yeah, I'm thrilled, I'm very happy. So then I thought, he's also happy with the idea now. So well, then one show went into another, then something else got offered, and that's how the acting career went on. But the most important part was that all I can say about my life today is that I'm very passionate about doing whatever I'm doing. I mean, I can be pretty, today, as you all know, you've seen Comedy Nights with Kapil or the new show that I do, and I'm pretty well placed in terms of in the profession. But still, I work extremely hard. I do a show called Akbar Birbal right now, which comes on a channel called Big Magic, and I do the Kapil Sharma show. Between these two shows also, there are times when I wrap up Kapil's shooting at 5 in the morning. I need to reach another shoot at 7 in the morning. I sleep in my car. I reach the shoot. I lock my room. I said, just give me 2 hours to sleep. I'll get up and start working. I do all that, and I do my work extremely passionately, because I genuinely love it. Today, I'm very, very happy about the fact that I'm in a profession which I really love from the bottom of my heart. I spend the day laughing. The entire day goes, well, with friends and colleagues who are of a similar mindset. So we are laughing through the day. And I mean, there's no better life than being a part of a profession that you really love. When you're doing this, then work is not work. I mean, there is no work. Every day is one happy party day for me. And but this is something that really everyone should strive to get in their life, is a happy day. And I tell my children also this. I have 2 boys now, one is 11, one is 8. And like I want genuinely that you do whatever you do, you should be happy. How sometimes even my wife, when we are discussing, ke, oh, this guy wants to go into a football class, you know, isn't a cricket class better? Shouldn't he be learning cricket? I said, let him learn whatever he feels like learning. You know, there are times when even parents think ke, cricket खेलो और उसके फ्यूचर, क्रिकेट का फ्यूचर बेटर है, फुटबॉल का फ्यूचर उतना अच्छा नहीं क्योंकि इंडिया में फुटबॉल इतना नहीं है. But how does that matter? You know, you need to be really happy in doing what you're doing. I have my brother who works for a headhunting company now, doing pretty well for himself. That's my younger brother, and he lives in Lower Parel, works in Worli, happy in doing the work that he is doing. And you know, that's why I always say that someone who wears a suit and wears a tie and goes to work every morning doesn't have to be a depressed man. क्योंकि मतलब कभी कभार फिल्मों में और ऐसे दिखा देते हैं that everyone who goes to work wearing a suit is not the life he wants to live. Sometimes that may be the life he wants to live, yeah. Sometimes that I can see my brother, he loves the work that he does, and he's a suit tie wala man, and I see him going every day to work and he is very passionate about his work. So it's about your passion, it's about what you like to do, it's about pursuing whatever gives you happiness. And I think I'm lucky. And today my father is also a very happy man, and I probably get this one thing I learned from him only. He's 70 years old. He runs his own office. He goes to the Marriott in the gym in the evening. He spends about 2 hours in the gym. He's 70 years old. After that, he does all that. I feel pretty happy that he has a content life. He's happy with the work that he's doing. He has a good team with him. And I sometimes now, not out of compulsion, but out of sheer respect, I go to the office. Yeah. Thank you.